Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna explain some divisions on pro clubs, how it works, and it's changed quite a bit compared to last year. Now for those of you that don't know, basically it went from Division 10 to Division 1 on FIFA 23 to now we get 5 divisions, back to how it used to be in like the old school days, like FIFA 11, 12 and 13. It was always like Division 5 to Division 1. We've gone back to that, which is quite cool, but it's always quite a bit different again. I'll explain it all throughout the video. So there are actually 6 different divisions in FC 24 on clubs. I'll show you some of them now. If you go to basically, it says my league here, go across to like season info. And I'll go across them now real quick. Basically you start in Division 5 and work your way across Division 4, 3, 2, 1. And then once you get into Division 1, you can work your way into Elite Division. And you can see just up to the left there, you got 0 out of 34 points. Each different division, so it takes up a different amount of points together. So from Division 5 to Division 4, I can't remember how many points it took now. It's been a while since I last did it. We've played a lot of games in that time. But yeah, it takes, I think, about 10 or 15 points to get to Division 4. And then Division 4 to Division 3 is a few more points. Division 2 to Division 1 there's a few more as well. And it keeps going and keeps going. And obviously that's 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. Now on the topic of losses, if you do lose a lot of games, you don't get relegated. So you can kind of chill. It's quite nice, a bit of a safety net, I suppose. I'm not sure how I feel about it in the long run. I feel like some sort of jeopardy is quite nice. Now, for example, when we went from Division 2 to Division 1, I believe we got something like 25 points, give or take. I can't remember exactly how many it was. But once we accrue 25 points, you then get thrown into playoff matches. And playoff matches, I kind of go through a little bit on stream in this clip. Behind my screen, you see like 3 wins required for promotion. So we've got 4 attempts to get 3 wins. It's better than doing the same Division 10, Division 1 grind all the time, you know? I feel like change is good. But yeah, in that clip you saw that it takes 4 games to basically get 3 wins. And if you get those 3 wins, you then get promotion. And each division's got a different set. I think like Division 5 to Division 4 you get 1 win in 4 matches. Division 4 to Division 3 is like 2 wins. Division 3 to Division 2 is so on, and 3 matches and wins and all this kind of stuff. It kind of increases each time, gets a little bit harder with each division. And I'm assuming, as we've not got there yet, but once you get from Division 1 to the Elite Division, the highest division in the game, I'm assuming it's going to be 4 wins out of 4. I'm just guessing. So that's how league matches work. So I hope I explained it pretty clearly. It can be quite confusing at first. It's very similar to how it used to be with old divisions. You obviously win games, get points, and get promoted. But once you get to a certain amount of points required, you then have like a pretty sweaty period where you can have to basically lock it in, send it, and commit to those like getting 3 wins in 4 games kind of situation. And we have not been in a situation yet on clubs where we haven't actually got our target of like 3 wins in 4 games. And I'm assuming if you don't hit that target, I guess you got to accrue all the points again. So you start from 0 and you got to get 34 points again and go again. But I've not done that yet. We've had promotion back to back to back to back so far. Hopefully it continues all the way to Elite Division, but I'll let you know when we find out. It also tells you in the lobby screen in the top left, as you can see, how many points you're required, or how many wins you need in how many games, which is quite nice, a nice little detail, keeps you on track and understanding of what's going on. So as you can see here, we've got November 3rd, a week before the season finishes, playoffs begin. So you've got a week of playoffs, which if we go to the Pro Clubs deep dive screen, I'll show you right now. The playoffs look like this. You get a playoff table, I guess, against random clubs in your division. I don't know how it selects the clubs. I guess it's just completely random. I'm not sure. But you can't get draws. Just as it says there, draws are not an option, as every match will proceed to extra time, followed by penalties, if required. So I think that's quite cool. We'll see how that goes when we get there. We've got obviously a bit of time until November 3rd. But at least it gives you a week to obviously play. I guess you got 10 matches maximum. So you got to play 10 matches in a week, which I believe is possible for most people, you know, considering you got obviously on the weekend as well. But if we go back to the playoff rewards, you can see here, this is what we get for Division 1, for example. If I hide myself real quick, you can see behind me, you get a Division 2 trophy, which you now can show trophies in your club as like a stadium kind of feature, which I mean is quite cool, I suppose. It's a small detail, no one's really going to look at it, I guess, but not that you can really tell the difference, because if I show you and scroll through, the difference between the trophies is like a small little badge right on the front. I mean, you can barely tell the difference. Whether someone's got a Division 5 or an Elite, the trophy is exactly the same. Other than like a small crest on the front. It's kind of pointless. I mean, it's a nice little feature. I wish the trophies were different, a bit more extravagant. So if you got a Division 5 title and a trophy, well played, it's very cool. But like, if I was going to get an Elite Division title and trophy, a much better and a much cooler design for Elite Division, considering it's Elite Division, you know what I mean? I'd like a little bit more. It's a very cool feature, and I think a very good addition to the game. Something a bit different, a way to earn things in pro clubs, whereas previously in FIFA 23, just like last year for example, if you won Division 1, you just got a trophy and that was it. There was no real like prize for winning. Obviously you get a trophy in this game behind me, but also you get these like Volta coins that you can spend on like boots for your, obviously your pro, the goggles and the durags and the hairstyles and the beards and tattoos and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things you can spend those Volta coins on in pro clubs. I know they're called Volta coins, it's kind of weird. I wish it was more like pro clubs coins or clubs coins for example. But it's nice that they're in the game and you can spend it on clubs items. So there is that, I suppose. Obviously the fans you get, the more fans you have, basically the bigger stadium you can get and more tifos you can acquire with that, which is quite nice. I'll quickly show you now. You get this like reputation board, which I will go through in depth another video, but you can see you basically get your fans all here. We've got 2.3 million somehow. Kind of crazy, but it's a lot of grinding. And going back to the calendar real quick, one of my favorite features in pro clubs is this calendar where you can see basically what your score record was on that day. So you could, like, our first day when we play on the 21st of September, the game came out 6 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. The day after, 14 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. We were cooking. Today we got 12, 0 and 3. So you can see like throughout each day. I think it's a really cool feature. Obviously you scroll down a bit, you can see eventually you get the playoffs over there. But it's a really cool feature. So I hope I've explained divisions clearly to you guys. If you have any questions down below, please obviously comment. I'll answer them as best I can. But like obviously the playoffs and all this kind of stuff. It's a very new system. I'm enjoying it so far. It's something different, and I think different is good at pro clubs, especially in a game where it's been very stale for a very long time. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in a bit. GG, well played.